Hello and welcome to our second day of skiing here at Giants Ridge just outside of Biwabik, Minnesota. We had snow overnight and it was still snowing when we started. We headed to the south part of the resort for the trails there because the high school ski meet was going on the north side and we wanted to stay out of their way. Our plan was to go on the Bronze Trail until we hit the Oslo Trail and then make a loop on the Oslo Trail. The first part of the trail follows the bike path, the Wasabi bike trail, and this is where the ski trail and the bike trail diverge, probably about maybe a mile out of the resort. The first part was a nice ski, fairly flat through pines that were snow covered from the evening snowfall. The trails were sticky with the new snow and they hadn't groomed them yet. Here we are getting to the first intersection of the Oslo Trail with the Bronze. It's intersection 15. We decided to go on to intersection 16 and then ski the Oslo Trail in a counterclockwise direction, which turned out to be a good choice as the trail between the two intersections was fairly steep. This is looking at Julie coming up the last part of the Bronze Trail to the Oslo Trail at junction 16. Heading down the Oslo Trail, first part was a little bit uphill, mostly flat though. You can tell it was a little bit narrower trail, just a single classic track with an area for skaters. We did meet a lady shortly after this that was skating the opposite direction, and she complained on how it was a constant uphill all the way to that point. Here we are getting close to the junction 14 with the Biwabik Spur Trail. We decided that we'd go along the Biwabik Spur for a little bit to the right there and check out the Trapper Cabin Shelter. That's probably maybe about a quarter mile to half mile down the trail. Had a little bit of nice downhill finally. Julie enjoying her little coast down the hill before we head out to see the cabin. The snow was actually fairly deep through here. I wasn't expecting to be that deep. Luckily somebody had gone through here and broken a trail for us. Otherwise you'd have about 18 inches of powdery snow to break through. The cabin itself, shelter, was just a little lean-to. Imagine someplace to get out of the wind and warm up. I don't know if you could make a fire there and enjoy a fire and stay warm. We headed back up the spur to the Oslo Trail. Julie heading up the spur to join the Oslo Trail. It was fairly windy this day, but being down in the trees and fairly forested, we didn't really have much effect from the wind. A little selfie of us. Heading down the Oslo Trail from that point was really nice. Mostly downhill, made for a nice kick and glide. This section here was along the power lines and enough downhill to get a downhill run out of it for a while. As you can tell, we had light snow off and on our ski. Julie enjoying her downhill coast in this section of the trail. This section here was really interesting. It seemed like a little rock canyon that you went through and wound your way around. Broke up the trail, made it more diverse in landscape. Here we're getting to the end of the little rock canyon section and we're entering back into the pine trees and trees. We are winding our way through the pine trees and trees down towards the flat land, getting close to the Bronze Trail. Here we are connecting back up to the Bronze Trail at intersection 15, and then we'll head to the right and up to the resort. This section again is a nice section through the pines, mostly flat. There's a few little pitches here and there to enjoy. We're joining up here again with the Wasabi bike trail. It's a beautiful trail. If you come up in the summertime and bike it, it's well worth it. There's the bike trail sign under a fair amount of snow. In 2018, we came up and bicycled many parts of the trail more to the west of Biwabik, and it's just a beautifully scenic trail, probably the most scenic trail in Minnesota. I will put a link to the pictures for that trip. Here we are closing in on the resort. Nice little area here going through the pine trees away from the lifts. Heading in here to the lodge at Giants Ridge where we were staying, and the kids were doing their high school meet. It was nice to see the kids out enjoying themselves, having a chance to race. Well, we're just finishing up our second day of skiing here at Giants Ridge. What great network of trails they have. We did the Bronze Trail south of the resort out to the Oslo loop and then back in. The had a little snow overnight, made the trail a little sticky in spots, but overall good ski and really enjoyed it. If you ever get a chance, come up here and try out the trails. I think we did about 6 miles today. I'll update it shortly after this video. There the kids are getting ready for their races or finishing up. As I said, we started at the lodge and we headed out past the south trailhead on the Bronze Trail to intersection 15 with the Oslo. We continued on the Bronze up to trailhead 16 and then did the counterclockwise loop, which I would recommend on the Oslo. Out a little bit on the Biwabik spur to the Trapper Cabin Shelter, and then along the Oslo back to the Bronze. A beautiful ski, a little over 7 miles. As always, thank you for watching our video. Like it if you liked it. Please comment and subscribe so you can stay current with our adventures. We'd love to have you come along with us.